What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We do have a little bit more fan noise. I apologize about that. I took some of the mining closet apart because I was doing some renovations. Anyway, I'll go over that in another video. Today we are talking about mining some Dogecoin on an RX570 4 gig. So a lot of people have these 470, 570, 480, 580 RX cards, and they're all 4 gigs, and they're like, what do we do with them? What do we do with them? You can mine Raven coin, you can mine ETC, but a lot of times I like to use these cards for a little bit of speculative mining. Some people don't think that mining Dogecoin is speculative. I still absolutely do, because Dogecoin in my brain, since I'm a miner that, you know, saw Dogecoin in the fractions of pennies, I feel like Dogecoin is like bonkers high at even 1 penny, let alone right now I think it's at like 30 cents. So this is the RX570 right here. Let me flip this around. There we are. So this is the MSI RX570 Gaming. This is a 4 gigabyte card. These are awesome cards from yesteryear. These things now are, you can scoop them up pretty cheap every now and then, somewhere in the $200 range. I wouldn't suggest anybody go out and overpay for one of these cards. I mean, they're coming on like maybe 5 years old, maybe even a touch older, but they still do run, and they run really well. This one has been BIOS modded with the one-click BIOS mod, and I do have it running on Hive right here. This is my new little test bench setup. I'm going to go over this on a new video. It's a little micro, mini computer running Hive with a NVMe to PCIe adapter running that little riser right there. So and powering it is a server power supply, since I have tons of them because Parallel Miner hooks us up, you know what I'm saying? Bam. All right, now let's go over to the computer and see what this bad boy is actually pushing out. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are on the computer now, and this is my rig, or this is my test bench running inside a Hive. This RX 570 is getting 13.8. It bounces off of 13.8 to like 13.5 to 14 mega hash. So we'll say 13.8. Let's actually get a good old fresh refresh on it. We're at 13.9. 80 watts. It's realistically burning a touch over 100, because these RX cards are really bad, especially in Hive, about not reporting all the power. My settings are 1150 on the core, 2100 on the memory, 850 on the core voltage, and then memory state, or core state at 5, just if anybody was wondering. We are mining Kapow, and we are mining to the unminable pool. So if we go over here to the unminable pool, we can get a solid refresh on it. And it's spooling up right now. It's only showing us at 5 mega hash, but that's because it's got to be connected for a little bit, and the average mega hash will come up. We don't have any actual long-term data because I just started mining on this, but we can infer, and we'll type in 14 mega hash right here. I'm going to estimate we're at about 120 watts. Worst case scenario, we'll calculate that out, and we're making $1.97 a day before power. Power's going to cost right about 29 cents, give or take. So this, if we were mining directly Raven coin, it would profit $1.69 a day. Now, since we are going through unminable and we are getting paid out in Doge, let's look at the price of Doge right now. Dogecoin price, 31, almost 32 cents. So we'll go and take that we'll take that 1.97, and divide that by we'll say 32 cents. So it looks like we'd be making about 6 Doge a day. There is some fees involved with unminable and exchanging, and depending on the price of Raven coin and Dogecoin, those values can go up and go down, and that will change your actual payouts. I guess I'll do a follow-up either 24 hours or maybe a couple days later and see how everything actually goes down. But this, like I said earlier, this is a little bit more on the speculative side for me, because if Doge goes up, if it goes to 60 cents, then, I'm literally doubling what the card's making if I'm getting paid out in Doge. Now, on the same end, I could direct mine Raven, and if Raven doubles, then what I was making essentially gets doubled too. So it's all one in the same. We got to mine a little bit of Doge to keep the old doggies happy, you know, blah blah blah, meme coins, all that kind of stuff. Now let's talk about some ROI, and we'll talk about it on the Raven coin side because most people would probably want to mine something that they could, I guess. Well, it doesn't matter because I guess we're making $1.97 before power, whether it's in Raven coin or a little bit less probably in the fees on Dogecoin. You know what I'm talking about. Let's go over to eBay. Let's find a RX570 4gb. Let's see what these bad boys are going for. So buy it now, lowest price first. RX570 4gb. They want $250 and $20 shipping. That's a bit up there. Man, $260, $14 shipping, $270. Looks like these things are almost going for about $400. What about a 470 4gb? View all results. Buy it now. Lowest shipping. Looks like 470 is the cheapest ones. $250. 480 4gb. What about those? Man. No cheap ones. Buy it now. Cheapest one is no fans, no display, parts only, parts only. The cheapest working one is $250. So, okay, let's say if we were making 200 or it cost us $250 and we're dividing that by $1.97, this is what it's making a day before power. It's going to take 126 days to ROI. I guess it's not horrible, but it's not great, especially since these cards used to be so cheap. I mean, I think for this one I paid like $75, and I mean at $75, $1.97 a day is, you know, a little over a month. Obviously, I've had this card for a long time. I bought it before the pump. Maybe checking in your local marketplaces. Realistically, if you could keep these bad boys under $200. So that way your ROI is going to be right at that 100-day mark. So you're looking at about 3 months or less. These cards are limited, though. They cannot mine Ethereum, at least not profitably anymore because they don't have a big enough memory size on them. So they're limited to mining other things. Ravencoin is the most profitable on them at the moment. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a hard recommendation. I guess we'll revisit this talk when I do the recap and kind of come back around and visit it full circle. But if I had to recommend a RX 570 4 gig, like we're not talking about any other card, we're just talking about the RX 570 4 gig. I'd say right now, me personally, I would not buy these things over $100 a piece. If you're new into mining and maybe you found some and you know you're working a deal with somebody, 150 like max. You start paying 200 plus for these cards, and potentially the things that they can mine may not be as profitable for as long. You have less options. It's not a good situation, essentially. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Ugh. Well, hope everybody's having a good day. I have an absolute mess behind me because I have been tearing into all the mining rigs. I'm rearranging stuff. I'm getting stuff ready for new cards coming in. I'll be doing videos on that. So we have some more RX love, more Polaris love coming in hot and ready. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And I'm curious, comment down below if you're still running some 4 gig cards and what are you mining? Are you mining Ravencoin? Are you mining ETC? Are you going through unminable and getting paid out in all kinds of crazy coins? Let me know down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Adios, guys. All right, so now that the video is over and only the jellyfish remain, how you guys been? I'm glad y'all made it. Glad y'all could be here. So I had some bad news, guys. Not like super bad news, but I had an H110 Pro BTC motherboard. I've done everything to this motherboard to try to get it to work. It was brand new out of the box. I've had it for years, never used it. cracked open the plastic and it does not work. I tried different power supply, different CPU, different RAM. I tried no graphics cards in it, just running off the onboard. I swapped over to a different CPU out of one of my working mining rigs. I cannot get this board to run to save my life. I reset the CMOS, pulled the battery out of the CMOS battery out. It just nothing will let this motherboard run. It really sucks because that's what I was planning on using to run all the new cards I have coming in. But I guess since that's not going to work, I started rearranging some cards and condensing down, because I had some motherboards that were like 6-card motherboards that were only running 4 cards. So I condensed down and pulled 6 cards to that one and 6 cards to that one. So then I only have one, I have one rig that only has 2 cards in it now instead of 2 4-card rigs, if you know what I mean. Just trying to get enough open slots. I still at the moment don't have enough open available slots, but I do have another motherboard coming in, and of course it's one of the ones coming over from China. It's supposed to be here Wednesday last week, and nobody knows where it's at because it's China Post. So it's like, do I go ahead and roll the dice and buy another motherboard? I guess I probably do. So I'll be doing trying to find some motherboards, and maybe I'll do a video on that and see what's available, what's how many cards you can mine on them, what's cost effective price wise, and yeah. It just stinks whenever you get hardware and it's dead out of the box, and it just looks so pretty and shiny and new, and it's just dead. Alright guys, later, for real this time. Adios, bye.